Hello students, we are going to do chapter 13, Chemical Effects of Electric Current. In this chapter, we are going to learn about liquid as the conductor of electricity, electrolysis, electroplating and electrorefining, and last the dry cell. First, liquid as a conductor of electricity. Before going to the liquid as the conductor of electricity, first we are going to discuss what are conductors and what are insulators. Conductors. Materials that allow the passage of electric current through them are called as conductors of electric current. The material which allow the electric current to pass through them. Example, copper, iron, aluminium. We have done in the previous chapter that metals are good conductors of the electricity. So all the metals are good conductors of electricity, so they can conduct electric current, so they are conductors. So examples are copper, iron, aluminium, etc. Then what about insulators? The materials that do not allow the passage of the electric current through them are called as insulators. The materials which does not allow the electric current to pass through them are called as insulators. Example of insulators are rubber, plastic, wood, etc. Next, electrolytes. The substance that conduct electricity in the solution or molten state and undergoes a chemical change during the process are known as electrolytes. Electrolytes are nothing but they are the substance that conduct electricity in the solution or in the molten states by undergoing a chemical reaction. So that is called as electrolytes. Generally, acid bases are good conductors of electricity. Acids are good conductors of electricity, even the bases. And salts of metals also conduct electricity either in molten state or solution state. They are also electrolyte. Okay, acids are good conductors of electricity, bases are good conductors of electricity, even salt solutions are good conductors of electricity. The salt should be either in the form of solution or in the molten state. But the sugar solution oil do not conduct electricity and thus are poor conductors and are not electrolytes. So the sugar solution oils, they don't conduct the electricity, means they are not good conductors, so they are insulators, so they are not electrolytes. Next, electrolysis. What is electrolysis? Electrolysis is the process of passing the electric current through the electrolyte to bring about a chemical change in the electrolyte is called electrolysis. So electrolysis is nothing but it is a process of passing the electric current through electrolyte so that a chemical change can occur. Now, for electrolysis, what are the requirements? Electrolytic cell. The process of electrolysis takes place in a container called electrolytic cell. So, the whole process of electrolysis should be done in a container. That container is called as electrolytic cell. It is a setup with the electrolyte and electrodes dipped in it. So, it is nothing but a container which contains electrolyte and two electrodes dipped in it. Then what is electrolyte? Electrolyte is a solution through which current passes to carry out the chemical reaction. So electrolyte is nothing but a solution. The solution can be acid solution, can be base solution, can be salt solution. So that is called as electrolyte. So strong acid, bases and salts are good electrolytes. Next, battery. The electrodes are connected to the battery which provides the current supply. The word battery means it should provide the electric current, that is current supply. So electrodes are connected to the battery so that they can get the current supply. Then what are electrodes? The two terminal dipped in the solution which makes the electrical contact between the solution and external circuit is called as electrodes. Electrodes are nothing but two terminals, two rods. They can be carbon rod, they can be metal rod. They are dipped in the electrolyte so that the electrolyte and the battery can be contact with each other. The electrode that is connected to the positive terminal of the battery is called as anode, and the electrode that is connected to the negative terminal of the battery is called as cathode. So the electrode that is connected to the positive terminal of the battery is called as anode, and the electrode that is connected to the negative terminal of the battery is called as cathode. Next, applications of electrolysis. Electroplating. The first application we are going to do, electroplating. The process of coating a thin layer of metal on another metal is called electroplating. It is nothing but a coating of a thin layer of a metal on the another metal, or material using electrolysis or a material using electrolysis is also called as electroplating. So electroplating is done in the industries for coating the metals such as nickel, chromium, tin, gold, silver and other metals. It is mainly used to protect the corrosive metal from the corrosion. So we have done in the corrosion, metals and non-metals chapter about the corrosion. That is coating of iron object with the zinc metal, which is called as galvanization. This prevents the iron from rusting. So it is mainly used to protect the corrosive metal from the corrosion. For example, iron objects are coated with the zinc to prevent the iron rusting of iron. This process is called as galvanization. Even gold plating and silver plating is also done. Then what is gold plating? The process of coating the gold on other metal is called as gold plating. The process of coating the silver on the other metal is called silver plating. We have artificial jewelries in which it is plated with the gold metal. It is plated with the gold. So that is gold plating. Some industrial application of electroplating. Gold and silver platings are used in the jewelry industries for making the gold and silver coated ornaments. Iron parts like taps, bicycle rims, handles, etc. they are coated with the chromium. Chromium protects the surface from the scratches and gives a shiny appearance. Similarly, food cans are made up of iron coated with the tin to protect the food item getting spoiled due to the rusting of iron. So food cans, they are also protected. They are coated with the with the tin so that they can be protected and the rusting cannot take place. Next, electrorefining. Electrorefining is the process of purifying the metal used in electrolysis is called as electrorefining. So purifying of metal that is used in electrolysis is called electrorefining. In electrorefining, what we do, we take a thick block of impure metal. So impure metal is taken in the form of a thick block and that is connected to the anode. And thin rod of pure metal is taken as cathode. We are taking anode and cathode. So anode, it should be taken as a thick block and thin rod of pure metal is taken as cathode. And the electrolyte which we are going to use is the solution of salt. The solution of the salt of metal is used as an electrolyte in this process. So in this process, only three things you have to remember. The anode should be thick block of impure metal. Cathode should be thin rod of pure metal, and the salt solution is taken as an electrolyte. So when electricity is passed through the solution, the impure metal from anode, the impure metal which is thick from the anode slowly goes into the solution and pure metal from the solution get deposit on the thin metal which is taken as cathode. So now anode becomes from thick it becomes thin, and cathode from thin it becomes thick. In this way the pure metal get deposited at cathode. As the refining process takes place, the impurities of the metal block settle down at the bottom of the container or dissolved in the solution. If it contains impurities, it can settle at the down of the anode, which is called as anode mud, and if the impurities are present, that can be also dissolved in the solution. So this is electrorefining. Okay, now last, dry cell. Dry cell, a galvanic cell converts chemical energy into electric energy. So galvanic cell it converts chemical energy to electrical energy. Some common example of the galvanic cell is a dry cell. Dry cells are used in the flashlights, radios, clocks, etc. So it consists of a hollow cylinder made up of zinc and acts as the negative terminal of battery. So this is the diagram is given. So you have to see the diagram. It consists of a hollow cylinder made up of zinc. So it is made up of zinc metal which acts as the negative terminal of the battery, negative terminal of the cell. The carbon is at the center. The carbon rod is at the center. See, carbon rod is present at the center which acts as the positive terminal. Ammonium chloride paste is used as an electrolyte and it has a little moisture to permit the flow of current. A mixture of carbon powder and manganese dioxide is filled between the anode and cathode. So this is the construction of the dry cell. So when the electricity passed, then the reactions at the anode and cathode takes place and electric current is produced. So we have wet cells and we have dry cells. Wet cells, means what is which is more important, means which is of more use, wet cell or a dry cell. A dry cell can be used easily and it can be kept in any orientation. You can keep the dry cell up and down or in the slanting position. Okay, it is portable. We can carry it, and it is and compact compared to the wet cell. It is of the small size as compared to the wet cell. It is capable of producing a potential difference of 1.5 volt. So this is about the dry cell. Till here your topic has been completed. Thank you.